You see, it is a figment of the imagination of the supercilious Abia State PDP chairman and an absolute fallacy that Ambassador Umar Ilia Damagu is not the national chairman of our great party, the People's Democratic Party. You see, as someone that always stand by the constitution, I want to establish the fact that Ambassador Umar Ilia Damagu is the national chairman of our great party. Now, I will refer us to several sections of our constitution as amended 2017. Looking at section 29, subsection 2B, which talk about the National Working Committee, that is NWC, acting in cases of emergency, acting on behalf of the NEC. That is the third highest decision-making body of our great party. And also the second highest decision-making body, which is the NEC, in section 31, subsection 2L. The constitution stated it there that how the NEC can act on behalf of the convention. And same section 31(3) talks about how the decision of the NEC is binding on all members, except you are not a member of PDP. Except the Abia State PDP chairman is saying that he is no longer a member of PDP. Then the decision of the NEC on the 1-0 NEC meeting will not be binding on him. But as long as he's a member of PDP, the decision of the NEC of 102 is binding on him and every other member and leader of our party. Also, section 33, subsection 2 talks about the supremacy and the controlling power of the convention. And that same section 5B talks about how national officers can be elected and also removed by the convention. And that same subsection L and K talks about the powers that cannot be delegated to any other organs of the party, and talking about the review of the constitution in section 33, subsection 5L. It is stated that the review of the PDP constitution shall not be delegated to any organs of the party. And M talks about how other functions of the convention can be delegated to other organs of the party, excluding the review or amendment of our constitution. The constitution is clear and simple. If you look at also section 35, subsection 3C, it talks about how the chairman, when the chairman, in the absence of the chairman, as a result of incapacitation or death or whatever, how the deputy national chairman from his zone or his region will take over. Let me make this before I continue citing constitution. In our 2012 constitution, as amended, we only have one national deputy chairman, and that was why when Bamanga resigned, Prince Uche Secondus took over. And section 47(6) was activated because Prince Uche Secondus and Ambassador Alhaji Bamanga are not from the same zone or region. Prince Uche Secondus is from the south. Ambassador Alhaji Bamanga is from the north. So that was how they brought in the former Bauchi State Governor, Adamu Muazu. Before I continue explaining that, now section 35, subsection 3C talks about if the national chairman is absent or incapacitated by death, accident, or whatever, the deputy national chairman from his zone takes over. And if the deputy national chairman from his zone is not available, D in section, that same section 35, 3D. D in section, that same section 35, 3 D made it clear that the deputy national chairman from the other zone or region takes over. Now, let me give, for instance, Ayu. In the absence of Ayu, Damagum took over. In the absence of Damagum, and no position as chairman, and no deputy national chairman, not who takes over? Arapaja, the deputy national chairman, South. In the absence of him, the national secretary. So there was no place for the national vice chairman, North Central. And the Abia State chairman said he was elected in a convention. Let me correct you, it wasn't convention, it was zonal congress. We don't call it convention. It is so shameful that you are excreting ignorance on a national TV. It's so shameful. And now looking at section 47(2), where you were talking about, you could even cite it, that national officers can be elected, national officers shall be elected in convention. Yes, they will be elected in convention. Same section 47(6), talking about vacancy, which I've just explained. And Ambassador Damagum and I are from the same region, following the constitution. And that's why Ambassador Damagum came in as the acting national chairman. From there, the 102 NEC confirmed him as the national chairman. They elected him based on section 31. And you are coming to say that it's not the national chairman. In the presence of INEC officials, based on the Electoral Act, section 84, subsection 3, he was elected in the NEC. So how is Ambassador Damagum not the national chairman? You are going there to lie to Nigerians? It's an embarrassment to the party. For whatever reason, that propaganda cannot fly. The constitution is speaking out. And people like you cannot thwart the constitution. I saw the presenter bringing out the constitution. He couldn't cite anyone. Because you know that you are there to deceive people and carry lies, peddle lies and propaganda just to achieve an unachievable goal. So I have established the fact that after the convention is the highest decision-making body, the NEC is the second highest decision-making body, and the NWC is the highest third decision-making body. And the NWC can act on behalf of the NEC in case of emergency, as stated in section 29. And in the case of the convention, the NEC can act on behalf of the convention, excluding the only powers that is not delegated or function of the convention that is not delegated to the NEC is the review or amendment of our constitution. And I dare the supercilious Abia State PDP chairman to, on constitutional basis, counter what I've said. Let me conclude by saying that it is enunciating, it is nonsensical and laughable for the PDP state, Abia State chairman to say that talk about doctrine of necessity. What brings doctrine of necessity in this case? The position of the national chairman was never vacant. There was no issue as regards that. There is no way 3 or 4 NWC members' decision will supersede that of 13 NWC members. Now, let me put this straight. We have 19 NWC members. And to pass any decision or make any decision, you need 2/3 members. And even to convey the NWC meeting to take a decision, you need 2/3 members. And 2/3 members of 19 is how many? 12. And the Ambassador Damagum led NWC had 13 NWC members as against 3. And you are saying that the decision of the 3 will supersede that of the decision of the 13? It's nonsensical. Frankly speaking, the minority only have their say. The majority always have their way. That is what I want to remind the Abia State chairman. And this nonsense of trying to use propaganda and lies to destroy PDP for whatever interest must stop.